Last year, I got the biggest raise of my career. I remember sitting in my car doing the math on my phone, genuinely excited, and then I just sat there. Because after taxes, rent, and school fees, the number left over was almost the exact same as what I had 4 years ago when I was earning nearly half as much. I didn't tell my wife. I just started the car and drove home. If you're earning real money right now, the kind your younger self would have been proud of, and it still feels like you're one bad month away from being in trouble, you are not bad with money, and you are not alone. You did everything right. You hit the top 10% bracket in hubs like New York, London, Singapore, or Mumbai. So why does earning $150,000 a year feel like running on a treadmill just to stand still? A Bloomberg survey found that nearly a third of professionals earning over $250,000 are trapped in a month-to-month cycle. It's not a personal failure. It's a structural trap. I call it the income paradox. Your salary went up step by step, but because expenses have increased multifold in a major city over the last few years, your baseline exploded. We are working more hours than the previous generation ever did, just to keep a life that feels twice as expensive and half as stable. We were told the salary was the finish line, but nobody told us the finish line moves. Today, we are exposing the hidden plumbing that is quietly draining you, not to make you feel worse, but because once you see the full picture, some of it is actually fixable. Think back 10 years. A 10% raise actually felt like a lifestyle shift. You could feel the difference. You'd put a little more away, maybe take a proper holiday. But today, that same raise is gone before the month even starts. 3 invisible walls closed in on us, and most people never even see them coming. Wall 1, the tax wall. We are the squeezed middle. We pay the highest marginal tax rates in our brackets, but we're the first ones cut off from government subsidies, childcare support, and tax reliefs. I was genuinely shocked the first time I did the math. I had crossed into a new bracket, and my actual take-home went up by almost nothing. We are funding a system that legally categorizes us as too successful to help. Wall 2, the sanity tax. I used to feel real guilt about this one. Taking a cab when the metro was right there, paying for grocery delivery. But I had to be honest with myself. I wasn't buying a ride. I was buying back 45 minutes of physical energy I simply didn't have after a 12-hour day. The guilt was misplaced. It wasn't laziness, it was survival. Did I feel guilty? Yes. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Because the alternative was losing the only 20 minutes I had left with my children before bedtime. We aren't spending out of laziness, we are paying a premium just to stay human. Wall 3, the safety tax. The middle ground has been hollowed out. Things that used to be a basic public right, safe streets, decent schools, clean air, have degraded so far they're no longer a realistic option for a family. In Delhi or Shanghai, you don't buy an air purifier because you want a gadget. You buy it because the air outside is genuinely a health risk. In London or Paris, you don't pay double for a managed building because you want a concierge. You do it because the public alternative no longer feels safe for your kids. We are forced into the premium tier just to reach the baseline our parents took for granted. And that middle tier is not coming back. We aren't financially paralyzed because we are playing the game wrong. We are paralyzed because we followed the script perfectly. We checked every box society gave us, only to find out the finish line was quietly moved while we were busy doing everything right. But those 3 walls are only half the story. If we want to figure out why the account feels so light by the end of the month, we have to look at the plumbing, the invisible leaks happening every single day. Last Tuesday, I am not making this up, I paid $150 for a 10-minute executive cab ride because the normal rides weren't available and I had a call starting in 10 minutes. Did I think twice? No. I tapped, I went, I forgot about it. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem. When we paid cash, actual notes, there was a tiny moment of friction, a small ouch. You'd hand over the bill and feel something. That feeling was doing important work. It was slowing you down just enough to ask, do I actually need this? That friction is completely gone. Your phone pays. Your watch pays. Some of you have your car set up to pay at the toll automatically. The ouch has been deliberately engineered out of your life, because every time you don't feel it, someone else makes money. Step back and look at it from above. Here's what you see. You are a middleman for your own paycheck. The salary lands on the 1st. By the 30th, the plumbing has done its job. It's been quietly, efficiently distributed to your landlord, your delivery apps, your cab company, your subscriptions, and about 17 other places that never once asked how your week was going. You did 60 hours of work this month, and the main thing you have to show for it is the memory of being very, very busy. Here's the hard truth. Some of this is completely out of your hands. You cannot budget your way out of a 30 to 40% income tax bracket. The council tax in London doesn't care if you're tired. State taxes in New York hit before you even see the money. You earn more, you pay more. There is no escaping that math. But once the government takes its cut, the rest of the bleed, that part is on us. The system is designed to extract our wealth, but we are the ones voluntarily handing over our wallets for everything that comes after. We end up buying things not because we need them, but to mathematically prove to ourselves that working 60 hours a week was somehow worth it. We throw money at our stress, desperately hoping it makes us feel less exhausted. To get out of this, we have to decouple the math. We have to sever the psychological link that says a higher salary automatically means a more expensive life. I had a moment, staring at a credit card statement, realizing that half of it was stress spending. 3 streaming services I had no time to watch, priority boarding on a flight that was delayed for 2 hours anyway, a noise-canceling headphone upgrade because my old ones were perfectly fine, but I'd had a bad week and somehow convinced myself I deserved it. When we do this, we aren't building anything. We are just running on the treadmill, making sure the system keeps getting paid. Before we look at a single number, and before any guilt kicks in, I need you to hear this. Willpower is a myth. If your entire plan is to just try harder, you are fighting a losing battle. The research on decision fatigue is clear. We have a limited amount of mental energy each day. By 7 p.m., after back-to-back meetings and putting out fires, your brain is simply out of fuel. You are not weak. You are biologically incapable of fighting off an impulse to tap buy now after a day that hollowed you out. You have incredible discipline. That's exactly how you got this far in your career. But you cannot expect that sharp, focused version of yourself to show up when you are completely drained. You don't need more self-control. You need guardrails, a system that quietly looks out for you. I'll be honest, the forensic audit stings. I had to sit with my own numbers and realize I was trading my best years for things I didn't even care about. I felt like a delivery person for my own paycheck, working hard on the first just to hand it straight over to premium brands and lifestyle maintenance to keep up the appearance of making it. The 6 leak buckets. Bucket 1, the housing trap. Let's talk about the heaviest anchor, housing. I want to give you a lot of rope here. Living in a major city means you are paying a safety tax. You want the gated community and the security guards because you want your family to be safe. That is a beautiful, necessary thing, and you should never feel guilty for protecting your kids. But we have to be honest. Are we paying for safety, or are we paying a massive premium just for the status of the zip code? If you can find that exact same safety 15 minutes down the road for 20% less, that's a leak we can fix. If not, keep the safety. It's the other buckets that are quietly draining us anyway. Bucket 2, the success maintenance. This is our new normal. As we earn more, we start believing our job title demands a more expensive life. That $120 Dior Prestige or the $900 phone upgrade, they stop being special treats. They become our new floor. And the scary part is, once we raise that floor, stepping back down feels like a failure. We haven't actually bought more happiness. We've just raised the bare minimum maintenance of our own lives. Bucket 3. The impulse and convenience loop. This is the laziness tax, and we all pay it. It's the $6 coffee and the $25 snack we grab just to escape the office for 10 minutes, or the $15 delivery fee on Uber Eats because the thought of walking one block feels like climbing a mountain. We aren't really paying for the food. We're paying for a brief moment of comfort because we are so drained. Bucket 4. The why not disposable trap. When there's a little extra in the account, we stop asking, do I actually need this? And we start asking, why not? We buy the $200 gadget that gathers dust, or the $300 masterclass we never open. We aren't investing in ourselves. We are throwing money at the exhaustion and boredom that overworking creates. Bucket 5. The financing trap. In 2026, everything is an installment, but every buy now, pay later plan is just a piece of your future freedom that you are selling off today. We take on these monthly commitments, and suddenly we can't quit the job that's burning us out because we are legally obligated to keep paying for a couch. We don't own our things own our time. Bucket 6. The recovery tax. Dropping $1,500 on a weekend at a Soho house or a Marriott just to sleep. We aren't exploring the world. We are literally paying for a luxury hospital bed to recover from our own lives, handing our salary right back to the system just so we can survive another work month. Ghost raise, where your $1,000 raise really goes. Let's do the actual math on what a $1,000 raise looks like after the system is done with it. Your $1,000 raise just became $100 of actual breathing room. Just sit with that for a second. You poured your soul into your work for an entire year for that extra $100. You carried the stress, the late night emails, the pure exhaustion. Was that $150 perfume really worth the tears you shed in the office bathroom? Did that premium label make up for the bedtime stories you missed? Or those family dinners where you were sitting at the table, but your mind was a million miles away, obsessing over a spreadsheet? For $100 a month, we are trading away the most precious years of our lives to brands that don't even know our names. We aren't winning. We're just funding our own burnout. To actually stop this, we need to stop relying on willpower and build a system instead. We need the Freedom Protocol. Not to punish ourselves, to protect ourselves. The Freedom Flow. This was my biggest wake-up call. I used to promise myself I'd save whatever was left at the end of the month. It was always zero. Now, the second I get paid, a piece of that money goes straight into a freedom fund. It leaves before I can even look at it. We can deep dive into the percentages later, but for now, just move something. Whatever is left over, that is yours. Spend it on the dinners, buy the shoes, and do it without an ounce of guilt, because your future is protected. The intentional buffer. I can't tell you how many times I've desperately wanted something at 11 p.m. because my day was awful. Now, I give myself a waiting window. Whether it's a few hours or a couple of days, I just step away. 90% of the time, the thing I thought would fix everything on a stressful Tuesday just looks like clutter by Thursday morning. Let the stress fade before your money does. The device friction. This little hack changed everything for me. I realized I was stress shopping in bed, scrolling because I was too exhausted to sleep but too wired to rest. So I deleted the apps. Now, if I want something, I have to physically get out of bed, open my laptop, and type out all 16 digits. It sounds ridiculous, but the physical act of doing it wakes me up. Halfway through typing the numbers, I almost always realize I don't even want this. I'm just so tired. It's a tiny speed bump that brings you back to reality. The exit strategy. Let's be honest about what's really happening here. We spent our 20s and 30s chasing a number. We thought, once I hit that salary, I'll finally be able to breathe. But the math changed on us quietly. The cost of just keeping the lights on in any major city has grown so fast that the raise we worked so hard for was swallowed before we even saw it. And unwinding this doesn't happen overnight. You cannot wake up tomorrow and suddenly stop caring about the postcode, the car, or the label. We have spent our entire adult lives being told our worth is measured by what we can maintain. Separating your actual self-worth from your stuff worth is a slow, uncomfortable process. Give yourself the time it takes. I remember sitting in the office on my dad's birthday, not because of a crisis, but because I wanted my manager to see me there. My promotion was being announced that month, and I needed to look committed. He called. I let it ring. I stayed until 10 p.m., pretending to work on something that could have waited until Monday. And sitting there in that empty office, it hit me. I had just traded my dad's birthday for a job title. A title that wouldn't remember that night, but my dad would. That was the moment I knew I wasn't building a life. I was just maintaining an image. And the price of that image was slowly becoming everything that actually mattered. Breaking this paradox means deciding that your peace of mind is finally worth more than looking successful. But don't try to fix everything at once. You will stumble. You'll have a draining day and impulse buy something just to feel something. And when that happens, give yourself grace. You are human. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is a slightly better system than the one you had last month. If you only do one thing after watching this, do this. Set up that automatic transfer to your Freedom Fund today. The moment your salary hits, make a piece of it disappear into safety before you can touch it. Everything else, deleting the apps, cutting back on deliveries, fighting the lifestyle creep, can come later. Secure your future first. Everything else follows. You have put in the 60-hour weeks. You have missed the dinners and carried the stress. You have earned the money. Now it's time to actually keep some of it. Because true wealth isn't the lifestyle you can finance. It's the time and the sanity you can finally afford to buy back.